Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us for the show. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Lot to share with you today. As usual, just a jam-packed, full of fun show. And maybe some things that aren't so fun, but we're going to make them fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're promising fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fun.
Huh.
Always. Always. Like Volodymyr Zelensky. He's always fun.
Oof,
right?
I want him gone forever. Just get out of my face.
He was in D.C. last week.
Yeah.
Met with President Biden. Now the White House has posted a video commemorating that get-together.
Yeah.
Mr. President, it's an honor to welcome you back to the White House. And earlier this week at the UN General Assembly, I made it clear that no nation can be truly secure in the world if, in fact, we don't stand up.
Read it. Read the card, old man.
Defend the freedom of Ukraine. That's why we supported just and lasting peace, one that respects Ukrainian sovereignty and its territorial integrity.
Okay.
The people of Ukraine have shown enormous bravery. Enormous bravery has inspired the world. Literally inspired the world with the determination to defend these principles.
Yeah.
And together with our partners and allies, the American people are determined to see to it that you do all we can to ensure the world stands with you. That is our overwhelming objective.
Okay. Did you notice a word missing there? My friend Kate Hyde tweeted out, there's a word missing. Did you notice?
I don't think so.
Democracy.
Oh, okay.
Whenever they talk about Ukraine, it's about restoring democracy there.
Oh.
It was missing from that little PR video.
Okay.
I wonder...
That's because they're using it so much here.
That's true. I think it's also the fact that you've got a leader in Zelensky who is suspending elections unless we pay for it.
Yeah.
And jailing his political opponents.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. And I love the fact that our aid to Ukraine extends all the way to small business loans.
Right.
And we're paying the salaries of their first responders. 57,000 of them.
We're paying for rescue dogs. We're paying for seeds for farmers.
We only know that because of a 60 Minutes report.
Yep.
Thank you for actually doing some journalism for a change.
Remember
60
when that
Minutes?
crazy guy, Rand Paul, was like, hey, can we have some accountability for where all this aid is going?
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not going to vote on that. We got to wait for a 60 Minutes report a year later.
If that doesn't piss you off, probably nothing will. I mean, there's probably nothing that can get your blood pressure raising.
Oh, so you're pro-Russia?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You like the Vladimir
I've always loved
Putin, don't you?
Russia. Been talking about that for decades, how much I love Russia.
Because
I miss the Soviet Union, don't you?
Yeah,
Sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Those were good times. At least we knew,
Good times.
We had good and we had evil.
Jeez.
Now, I don't know that we're on the right side of anything anymore.
Who knows? Mm-hmm. But I do know this. Our tax dollars shouldn't go to other people's programs. Are you kidding me? How is this okay? That they're actually giving them small business loans now and paying salaries of their employees. What are you doing?
Government pensions in Ukraine are being paid for out of your paycheck today. I swear, bro.
That's unbelievable.
But, and again, we're going to support a guy in Zelensky who has shut down political opposition, TV networks, churches. Yep. But no, we're on the side of right. Don't forget. Shut up.
And I have no love for Russia. No, I don't know any Americans that love Russia. Other than certain Democrats. But I don't know any conservatives that love Putin and love Russia. But neither do I believe that Ukraine is this paradise and we should bolster them at every step and we should pay for everything they're doing and everything they're about and sanction everything they're doing. I don't understand how we got to this place. Why? Man, it's amazing.
I mean,
because they got attacked by a bigger nation, as Kamala explained it, that doesn't mean everything they do is right.
Is that a country in Europe?
In Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But remember that 60 Minutes report also showed us that our tanks are arriving, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We got those because
so
we're
World War
over there.
III is on.
I swear.
Right? Because that's what we were told before.
That's what we were told, Pat.
Is that sending tanks over there, make no mistake, he told us. Joe Biden, make no mistake, that's World War III. We send tanks and fighter jets. Oh, okay. Oh, and trains. I think he also said trains.
Wait, is this the same train that is supposed to stretch across the Pacific to Africa and all that stuff?
No, this is a battle train.
The battle train.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I feel like a little kid all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. Let's explore this. What's a battle train?
You got to ask Joe Biden. You have to ask him. It's top secret stuff.
I feel like we should market a battle train. Pat Gray battle train, available at Christmas.
But when we start sending them battle trains along with the tanks and jets, that's when it's World War III. So I guess maybe you have to do all three, and we've only done 2 of the 3. We haven't started sending battle trains yet, to my knowledge. Although maybe secretly we are. I don't know.
The next 60 Minutes expose.
Jeez. Also, yesterday, Joe had the Prime Minister of the Cook Islands at the White House. It's about time. How many times have we said, when's the Prime Minister of the Cook Islands coming over?
Why is it he can't introduce a Prime Minister without then changing it to President or back? He does this every time now.
Yeah.
Does he not remember for 5 seconds?
Is it the Prime Minister or is it the President?
Thank you very much. And I think I'm now turning this over to the Cook Islands. I'm going to turn it to you. Thank you, sir. Mr. Prime Minister, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister. But kudos to the Cook Islands. You got a seat at the table now.
That's good. Mm-hmm. That's good. I've been worried about that, as you know. I mean, I talk about it extensively. That's who I really love, the Cook Islands. That's who I want to protect.
Yeah, it's a shame you have to go down the hall to hang out with Glenn today because I know that you had a big show planned all about the
Cook Islands.
History of the Cook Islands.
Right. That was going to be the whole overtime.
Shoot!
Today. Yeah, darn it. Maybe another time.
Sure.
And listen to this smooth delivery from Joe.
So good.
So today I'm pleased to announce we're working with Congress to invest $40 billion in our Pacific Islands Infrastructure Initiative. We call it the PGPI anyways. It doesn't matter what we call it, but that's what it is. I was going to get back to acronyms, and I'm going to withstand not doing that.
I can't read, so I'm not going to try to say it anymore. It's the pig. We call it the pig. The PGI, the PIG, the GPI, the IPG.
IPG.
The pig.
The pig.
The GIP. The IPG.
The GIP or the pig? What are we going with, Mr. President?
Oh, man.
Hold on. Great point. Can you play the last 10 seconds? Because check out what he said at the very end of this. He says...
I want to hear the whole thing again.
Oh, you want to hear the whole thing? Because check it at the end when he says, I was going to get back to acronyms, but I understand we're not supposed to do that now. Another instruction from his handlers.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, he's terrible.
Yep.
So today I'm pleased to announce we're working with Congress to invest $40 billion in our Pacific Islands Infrastructure Initiative. We call it the PGPI anyways. It doesn't matter what we call it, but that's what it is.
Anyway, I can't read
I was going to get back to acronyms, and I'm going to withstand not doing that.
I
I
understand.
understand not doing that.
What? We're going to get back to acronyms, but I understand not doing that?
He likes to just eliminate random words at times.
He also likes to tell us the inner workings of what they're discussing to try to make things better for him that he shouldn't be discussing. And I'm sure that drives them out of their mind.
No kidding.
That's the quiet part, Mr. President. You don't say that part that we told you not to say acronyms because you can't do it. Just like you can't say numbers, so stop trying to. It's amazing. It's really something.
He's good.
Wow. Hard to believe this guy's approval rating is so low, isn't it? Because, man, is he terrific. Sharp as a tack, this guy. They can't keep up with him at the White House. The 20-year-olds try to. They try. And they can't. They just can't.
There's
too much.
There's a guy who photoshops himself into like pictures, famous pictures. There's an old picture of Obama and Biden jogging in front of the White House. And this guy's in his 20s, I think, and he's photoshopped himself in the background, like trying to catch up. It's funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's funny. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg was out making the rounds on the Sunday shows. He wants you to know that he says you're actually better off under Biden.
Oh.
And you just don't realize it.
Oh, good.
You moron.
What do you say to the 44% of Americans who say they are worse off now than they were before Biden took office?
Well, look, we all know the economic pressure that Americans have felt when the president took office. The economy was flat on its back. But we're also getting extraordinary results. More than 13 million jobs created. That's more than any presidential term in American history.
And yes, take it.
It takes
Pause
a while for people to feel.
Stop trying to claim credit for 13 million jobs. You didn't create any jobs. Presidents don't create jobs, and especially not this one. 13 million jobs came back because the freaking pandemic ended.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
As you're going through clips that might be on the show and stuff, a lot of times you hear Pat's reaction in your head.
Yeah.
I knew for a fact the decibels were going to raise when that clip played with the 13
It's impossible not to.
I know.
Impossible.
And also, by the way, I printed this up because we got to mix this in. Mike Hermanette, he wondered how you've not had a nervous breakdown listening to clips of and we have to use this now, Corpse in Chief. He is absolutely the corpse in chief.
I like that.
Mike Herman,
really like
nice
that.
job. But I mean, that 13 million, you're absolutely right. It's just maddening.
Oh my gosh. And he goes back 3 years ago to try to explain what's going on with people's finances today. What are you talking about? He's asking about the way people think they're doing worse off now than they were when you claimed the economy was flat on its back. They were doing better then. Ask them. They know better than you how they're doing. He doesn't think so, though.
No.
He doesn't think so. The Transportation Secretary knows better than you do how you're doing financially right now. Is that incredible?
Yeah. And I know that you remember 1980 and Jimmy Carter's crappy presidency. Mm-hmm. And then Reagan came in, cut taxes, stimulated growth in the economy. And by 1984, remind everyone how well he did in the presidential election after people were doing better under him.
Only won 49 out of 50 states.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, even with the vast network of voter fraud that Joe Biden has told us exists, you think he's going to win 49 out of 50 states?
I don't think so.
I mean, he should have an economy that was tailor-made for resurrection after COVID and the shutdown. Why aren't we doing great? I'm sorry. Pete Buttigieg says that we just don't know it yet. Okay, maybe we'll know by November of 2024 how great we're doing. Oh, this administration sucks in every way imaginable.
See if we can get through the rest of this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it takes a while for people to feel the full benefits of those results, just like it's going to take a while to build all of the infrastructure that we're now underway on with the president's generational infrastructure bill. But he got the bill done after president, Congress after Congress couldn't make it happen. He did. We're getting the results on the economy.
No, we've had infrastructure bills before. What are you talking about?
I tell you, man.
That $787 million back in, 2009 with Obama was all about infrastructure. What are you talking about? President after president hasn't... Oh, jeez. That's all we ever hear about are infrastructure bills. Because we've got crumbling roads and bridges. We've heard that from everybody for about 40 years now.
What was remember how you would always see the Obama sign, like what was the name of something... Whatever that bill was, you would see the sign next to the project.
Yes, yeah.
What was the thing I just recently read? If you don't have the Biden sign, you don't get the money or something.
Yeah, there was something like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, because they want you to know. He's responsible for all these things.
Fascist much. Okay, so the 50,000 EV chargers, when you start seeing those in your town, then you know we've made it. We've recovered.
500,000 by the way.
500,000. Then you know we've recovered as a nation.
Yeah. 50,000, that's nothing, Keith.
Yeah, sorry.
We're doing 500,000 electric vehicle chargers. And they're all going to work this time. This time, they're all going to work. None of them are going to be broken.
Make it stop.
There's no way. Unless we get some decent leadership in 2024. Please. Oh, man. I was reading this absolutely outrageous opinion piece in the Washington Post about how Biden is the only choice to save our democracy.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, man.
Okay.
They have broken out this democracy thing big time lately. I mean, they are going overtime on referring to us as a democracy when they all know damn good and well we're not a democracy. We're a republic. They all know it. But because it's code for democratic socialism, they just keep hammering it home to us. They just hammer it into our heads. Democracy, 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 democracy. And they know good and well that this isn't one. But they're getting you used to hearing that term all the time. So that when they make the transition, well, I've already heard the democratic part of the socialism. I'm comfortable with it. I'm pretty comfortable with it. But that's why they're amping it up, because, they're ready for the big reset. It's in progress right now. But this article in the Post starts out, I fear for America's future and hence the world. More so now than ever. I had relaxed a bit after the last two national elections, which had seemed to signal a return to normalcy. Really? Really? Joe Biden has been normal to you? Donald Trump was decisively defeated in 2020, and in 2022, most of his fellow election deniers also lost in their bids to take over the election machinery of swing states. But now we're back in crazy town. Trump is the almost certain Republican nominee in 2024. And if certain polls are to be believed, he has an excellent chance of winning the presidency again. Despite his 2 impeachments, his incitement of an insurrection, and the 91 felony counts he currently faces in 4 criminal cases. A year ago, I naively imagined that Trump would be politically hurt by being indicted. Once again, I either overestimated the American public or underestimated Trump. Even more disturbing, he goes on, Trump is running neck and neck with President Biden in general election matchups. That means, given the Republican advantage in the Electoral College, that he is probably ahead in the Electoral count. Wait, Republicans have an advantage in the Electoral College?
It feels like
I'm kind of not aware of
start
that.
about 100 points down from the get-go.
I know. We don't have California. We don't have New York.
We don't have the voter fraud machine.
Right? Somehow most voters have decided that Biden is too old. Somehow they've decided that.
Wait, where did they get to
serious?
that? How did the math work out on that calculation?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Show your work.
Somehow most voters have decided that Biden is too old for the presidency. But Trump, who's only 3 years younger and infinitely less cogent, isn't.
Oh, my gosh.
Infinitely less cogent. Have you turned on the news ever in the last 3 years?
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
Wow.
I follow this Reddit group of Democrats, and I just want to get the pulse of the other side. I never comment. I just like to see what they're talking about. Yesterday, when Trump was speaking in South Carolina, he said something about, they said we couldn't win against Bush. Okay? This is Trump talking. And so the Democrats in this group were like, look at this idiot. He doesn't even remember who he ran against, blah, 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 blah. You stupid morons on the left. He was talking about Jeb Bush, not George Bush. This is the intellectual might of the left that we're up against here.
Yeah.
But they're so eager to point out something on the right that shows a lack of brain cells. Sorry, you've got that market cornered with your guy Joe.
Oh, man.
It's Isn't it fun? Isn't America 2023 just a fun place to be?
Really is. Really is. But this guy can't do this anymore. This guy goes on and on and on with this mindless drivel, this moronic buffoonery. But Biden's the only chance we have to save democracy, and that's probably true. Because we're not a democracy. So if you're gonna save what they're building, he's the only way to do that, because Trump won't continue building that. And neither will any other Republican. Man, we have got to save this country by getting him out of office. And most Democrats now are starting to come around to the fact that he's not the guy. He can't do it. He can't run. And so I'm starting to think, man, there might be enough pressure here. You know, I've said all along he's going to be the nominee. I'm starting to doubt that a little bit because the noise is getting deafening on the left. They don't they don't think they have a chance if he's the nominee.
Yeah, and we've got an interesting clip later that'll lend credence to your thought there. And don't lose sight of RFK in all of this either. There could be a third-party challenge coming from him. Bro, whatever it takes. You know, I think the right still owes the left for siphoning off votes. You know, back in the whole, got Woodrow Wilson into office.
Right.
You know, back with the Taft and Roosevelt fight. Of course, in 92.
Of course, Ross Perot.
With Clinton. So, look, we owe you a couple of these third-party siphonings to get our guy in office.
It always seems to be the conservative who gets the votes siphoned off. So wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if the left got theirs siphoned off for a change?
The Democrats are treating RFK like such garbage.
They hate his guts.
That
they hate
he's
him.
got no other choice at this point than to go independent.
Yeah. They're not going to give him a chance, and they've already rigged that.
No, I was reading something where if he advertises in New Hampshire, they're not going to let him be on the ballot in Georgia. What the hell?
What?
It's insane what the Democrat Party rules are rigged against RFK.
Wow, how can that be?
It's insanity. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm telling you, 2024, the electoral map is going to look like 1864. You're going to have sectionalism everywhere, man.
All right, let me take a minute and tell you about My Patriot Supply. Do you get the feeling that something unthinkable is going to happen soon? I don't know where you're getting that. Well, okay, from us every day. But with all the distractions and smoke screens in the media, we might not actually see it coming. That's why it's smart to invest in emergency food today. A wise man once said, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. My Patriot Supply is the nation's leader in emergency food storage. So go to my website, preparewithpat.com, and you'll save 25% right now. 25% on My Patriot Supply's 3-month emergency food kits. 3 months should get you through just about any eventuality, any kind of emergency. By then, help should be there, you know, and you have other means. But this gives you a wide variety of delicious meals, providing over 2,000 calories a day, and that's for 3 months. So get one for each member of your family. Stock up now before everyone else panics. Free shipping is automatic, and your order ships really fast. Go to preparewithpat.com. That's preparewithpat.com.
Beware, Pat Gray is unleashed.
Oh, okay. Eric Swalwell opening his stupid mouth again.
Were we just talking yesterday about how the left is constantly saying, boy, the right, boy, they fight tough. They fight dirty. They get everything they want in negotiations.
Yes.
I mean, we gotta fight dirty like the right. Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
You know.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. We have no killer instinct on the right. None. But Eric Swalwell says the problem is that Democrats just don't punch back hard enough on the GOP.
You know, nature abhors a vacuum. In a void, Republicans, will continue to tell lies about President Biden. And that's in part
Pause
why...
it for a second. What lies are we telling about Biden? Name one lie that is being told about Joe Biden.
Have we ever said he's doing a good job? That would have been a lie.
That would have been a lie. I've never said that.
So then,
I have never said that.
Okay.
I've never said he's healthy. I've never said he's doing a good job. Ever. Wow. Okay, what could he... I guess you could believe that everything we've said about his dealings with his son and the business is a lie when there's all kinds of evidence. Please, what are we lying about? He's the one who lies every day, all day. All right, let's see the rest.
I think his approval rating is as low as it is that they tell these lies. We don't punch back hard enough. We play on our side of the field rather than theirs. And then on the right-wing media ecosystem, it just reinforces those lies. And then they use the low poll numbers to justify why they're going to lean in even more.
Oh, please. I wish he'd come on this show and say that kind of drivel.
They play on their side of the field. Honestly, the only issue, and I know you know it, what's the only issue that the left is playing on their side of the field on these days? Immigration, thank you, Greg Abbott.
Yeah.
And that's not doing anything as far as policy for the White House.
Right.
Only Democrat mayors and governors are responding to that.
Yeah. The White House continues along their merry way of just leaving the borders wide open. Wow, they just feed the right-wing ecosystem. Wow, which includes Fox News and us. And that's it. That's it. Seriously.
Fox News. Ugh.
And Fox barely qualifies.
And didn't Rupert just leave or something?
Yes, he's retiring. He's retiring. His sons are taking over, and they're both fairly liberal. So that'll be interesting to see what happens.
Pretty obvious they've been in control for the last 3 years.
Yeah. So... Man, the ecosystem on the left, as we've talked about a million times, that's quite an ecosystem. They have access to everything. Every newspaper in this country, virtually every single one of them. Other than the Deseret News in Salt Lake City, and even that is a little bit left of where I'd like to see it. But every single newspaper, you've got magazines. You know, name a magazine that is conservative. You can't. Newsweek, Time, all of them are left-wing.
Even Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. That might be the worst of them all when they start talking politics. Yeah. They're like ESPN. You don't ever want the sports people talking politics. Man, movies, television, music, everything, all the cable news channels other than Fox, all the network channels other than, well, there's nobody on network TV that's conservative. I mean, their ecosystem is vast, and that's still not enough for them. That is incredible to show how pathetic they are, how weak their value system is, how weak their arguments are, because they can't win against even this little opposition. They can't win if they don't have access to absolutely everything, including Fox and talk radio. Wow. It's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And why is he not in prison, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Why is this traitor not in prison? Jeez. At least put on trial for sleeping with the Chinese spy for 2 years. Is that even over now? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Although there was some scuttlebutt that she died. Was it a plane crash or something? We're not sure if it's the same Fang
was the only name that appeared on the manifest of the plane that
That's what it was,
crashed in China.
Yeah. And we're not sure if it's the same Fang. I mean, is Fang a really popular first and last name?
But you're right,
China?
though.
I don't know.
I mean, that's gone. Going after Swalwell, and that's with the Republican House. Right. So don't tell me you play on your side of the field.
Right.
You, of all people, look at you sitting there giving an interview, not from prison.
Yeah. If we had killer instinct, this guy wouldn't be in office anymore.
Oh
my gosh.
Sorry to tell you, Pat. Common sense is dead.
Boy, I think that's pretty obvious this morning. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
For those on Blaze Radio, you just heard the Jason Whitlock promo.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Where he was welcoming back to the show Vivek Ramaswamy, meaning, obviously, he's been on multiple times and he's come back again. Meanwhile, we can't get our first visit from Vivek Ramaswamy.
Don't be bitter.
No, that's great. Whatever.
That's cool, right?
That's cool. That's fine. Where do we stand on our Vivek update?
Oh, Vivek
Chris,
update.
We'll get back to you ASAP.
Okay, that was the last thing we heard from them?
That's the last thing we
And that
heard
was
from
what, last Thursday?
Yes.
Wait, do they know what ASAP stands for?
As soon as possible.
Are we sure that they know that?
Do they know it's as soon as possible? Maybe they think it's something else.
Oh, okay. I'll go ask them and see if they know what as soon as possible.
All right. Ask them if they know ASAP is as soon as possible.
Maybe they're like the Biden administration. They're not allowed to use acronyms because they don't know what it means.
Right. That could be. That could be. Got some tweets here. Let's see. This is from Furion Energy. Ukraine is infrastructure.
Oh, that's true.
It's gotten to that point, hasn't it? DMX DM. Why do the Cook Islands need $40 billion from us? Oh, it's not just the Cook Islands. That's the entire Pacific Island Infrastructure Initiative that includes the Cook Islands. Right?
What is it? Hold on. What is it again?
Pacific Islands Infrastructure Initiative. Look that up. And that's what they were talking about yesterday. I think. Right? So there's $40 billion going to that.
Yeah. I'm
what kind of insanity is that?
Okay, so this is money that's going to Guam.
Okay, that's an American. Are these all American territories?
No.
They're not.
No, you're going to wait. Just
oh, my.
Just sit back and wait for it.
All right.
So if Guam doesn't capsize,
right.
We also have American Samoa.
All right.
And 12 Pacific Island countries. So between 2 American territories and 12 Pacific Island countries,
my gosh,
you need how much?
$40 billion.
Oh, I smell graft.
I can't.
This everything.
I can't believe what's going on right now. Jeez.
Everything is a scam.
From Jimmy Dimples, the Cook Islands, last I recall, they were a site for a season of Survivor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Any chance we can send Biden to their exile island?
Yes.
I'd love to. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, I want to see.
I don't want any harm to come to him, of course, but
of course not. I just
go
want
there and live.
Yeah,
a happy beach life.
Yep.
You know, he loves the beach. Obviously, he's been there a billion times since he's been president.
He's so strong, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's got all that vigor that he's always displaying.
Right.
I want to see him survive. I want to see him build a fire.
Too. Right.
He likes walking around shirtless already.
Yep.
Let's go.
Go do it full time.
Hunt for food and whatnot. Let's go.
From two-tiered giblets, it doesn't matter what we call it. We're going to waste money on it. From Jerry Merrill, when an accounting of the billions sent to Ukraine is finally made, it's my guess that at least half has permanently gone to many private bank accounts.
Yep, as we've been saying all the time.
And it wouldn't surprise me if it's found Biden has an offshore Cayman Islands account of $1 billion. No, really. Well, yeah, I wouldn't blink an eye at that. I could absolutely believe that. Mm-hmm. Classified traffic emails. I'm just glad my betters in the elite class are there to remind me of how I should actually feel about my current situation. Right? Right? Yeah, you should be thanking them for that because you're doing fine. You're doing great.
Yeah.
You thought you were doing better, but no, you were flat on your back. It's this president that has lifted you back up, given you kisses on your cheekies, and said, go, here.
Don't jump.
Here's lots of money.
Oh, wait. Did you say Biden's been giving us kisses
on our cheekies? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know he likes that, but no thank you. And stop eyeing my biceps, dude.
Right? Of course, yours. I don't think yours are bigger than his thighs.
No, don't.
I don't think you're in any danger.
No, don't make this into a longer bit.
Slobbering over your
No, we're
biceps.
just going to move on now.
To finish this off, I thought I could do some individual analysis on my own, but luckily, they're there to remind me otherwise. Yeah, that's right. Because you don't know how you're doing. How are you supposed to know? Talk to Pete Buttigieg about it. And Jeffy's Bionic Man Unit tweets, in all fairness to Mayor Pete, he is doing much better now that he has a nice cabinet position.
Right.
I'm sure it pays better than mayor of a failing city. Yeah, I'm sure it does. He probably rides a battle train full of democracy and gold bars to work. Driven by Ange on Amtrak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of elements there to that. That's awesome.
Hold on, I'm looking up Transportation Secretary salary. What do you think here?
No, I think it's around 175 like everybody else in the government. 175,000.
Why did average hourly pay for a transportation secretary in Texas come up $15.77 an hour? I don't even know what that means as far as a job in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't. Where's my transportation secretary? All right, well, whatever.
We'll look for that.
Yeah, 221. 221.
Oh,
440.
Oh, wow. He makes more than congressmen and senators.
Yeah, I guess so. Hold on.
221,000?
Yeah. Hang on. Now I'm looking up. What was it? Fort Bend, Indiana mayor? Fort Bend?
Yeah. I'm guessing it's not 221,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where Notre Dame is.
Mm-hmm.
It's South Bend, not Fort Bend.
Oh, South
Bend, Indiana.
Fort Bend. Good grief.
And I'm going to guess.
It says between 72 and 91.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, he's doing
making a lot
much better. Congratulations.
That's more than
Pete.
I thought the South Bend mayor would make, though. Isn't that more than you thought?
Yeah.
72 to 91? Well, and on what does that depend, I wonder?
If it's based on results, he should be on the 72.
Yes, that's for sure. All right. Outside of D.C., Biden has some grassroots support to be sure that...
grassroots support, yeah.
How about the social media influencer, Harry Stisson?
Mm-hmm.
He's out there making videos for Joe. But apparently people don't like them? What? Over the weekend, he tweeted this. This is a bomb threat that was sent to me.
Oh, no.
My university and my management team.
Oh, that's not
He's got a management team?
Why do you need a
management? What is he, 12, and he's got a freaking management team?
Well, somebody's got to sign the deals with the DNC to make sure that the checks come
and that's
through.
his management team?
Correct, yeah.
He's got a management team. Heaven help us. But this is all grassroots stuff.
Grassroots.
Right? He just loves Biden and just loves talking about him. Yeah. That's all. And he wants to tell you how stupid you are because you don't love him like he does.
He's the guy who, speaking of biceps, he's got the friend that always makes the videos. It's always flexing in the background and stuff. Yeah.
And that's all that kid does. It's so ridiculous.
And he gets paid, too. That kid gets paid to sit there and go...
Yeah. That's a good gig. That's a good gig.
He doesn't even have to work out.
Seriously.
He just literally has to flex and pat his bicep, and the check comes in from the DNC. This world, I don't get it.
Chris, every time we make a good point, I want to see you flex your muscle and...
You got it.
Yeah, and Joe, cut to that camera there. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Stand by for good points, Chris. Stand by.
There might be one sometime this week.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Okay, thank you.
Because I want to see the flex.
Yeah, me too.
That'll be cool.
Let's think really long and hard here to come up with something really witty to say here. Okay, what do we got? We got a tweet from Harry Stisson.
I'm going to have to sleep on that and then think about it.
No, I bet
get up early and start thinking, can I make a good point tomorrow? Maybe. Maybe.
And then what if I make the good point, Chris does the flex, pats his bicep, and then Joe doesn't take the right camera? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to come up with another good point.
Oh my gosh. Well, then you're done. It's just over at that point. The bit's over. So anyway, back to Harry Stisson. They threatened to kill me and claimed that a bomb was placed in my dorm room.
Oh my goodness. That's not good. I don't like that. Like, I don't like it at all.
You know what's good about my position? I've never received a bomb threat or a threat on my life.
Don't tempt
me. Other than hundreds per year. Ever since probably Houston. I don't think I got any bomb threats or death threats when I was in music radio. But as soon as I started in Houston, in fact, in Houston, they defaced our station vehicle. Were you there then?
No.
Keith? You must have been gone by then.
It was probably me that did.
But they defaced the station vehicle and had some nice little things to say about me on the side of it.
Wait a minute. Kent's told me about
spray
this.
paint.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. And
oh no.
And that cost I think $10,000 to redo the van. Then they did it again with threats to me and defacing our van.
Yikes.
And then they had to redo the van again. And then I was told, okay, if it happens again, we're just going to leave it. Okay, whatever.
That had to feel
care.
good, like you were making a difference. Though,
I don't
right?
drive that thing.
You know? You're like, hey, I'm making an impact out here.
Right.
I don't care. Right? I mean, just...
But, I mean, email threats all the time. Yeah. I get so sick of these whiners. Oh, I got a death threat. Join the club. Get in line. Bunch of babies.
Yeah.
Nobody, I mean, seriously, when is the threat serious? Almost never. I mean, Glenn maybe has a few serious ones over time. I think there have been some nutty people. I mean, people who have driven from thousands of miles away to get here and show up at 3 a.m. That's happened a few times. But people are just blowing off steam as a rule, you know? And I got death threats. Yeah, they're just blowing off steam. They're trying to scare you because they're pissed. It's usually nothing.
And that's why you carry.
That's why you carry.
Just in case.
Or that's why
real.
you pay $1 million a year for security. Like some people do.
Right, so you can pay $1 million a year for security, or you could just...
or you could carry.
Keep your Beretta
Or you
close.
could do both, as some people do. Okay, but back again to Harry Stisson, who's gotten these threats. And
I don't
it's
like
just
that.
so brutal. I don't like it either, and I don't encourage that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But get in line, douchebag. We have no idea who sent this, but police are actively investigating and working to make sure that the sender is held accountable.
So the police are on the case. He makes that very clear. Okay,
yes, he does.
Good to know.
Extremism in politics is no joke.
Okay.
You said that correctly. That's true.
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
I'm not joking. You think I'm kidding. I'm not. It's not a joke. Don't jump.
What else you got?
It's become extremely common for my peers and I to receive death threats for voicing our opinions. Again, get in line.
Your grassroots opinions.
It's disgusting, and nobody, no matter what you believe, should face threats like this. And yet, we all do. I've been swatted. Oh, wow. You know what that is, right?
Yep. When somebody...
For those who don't, they call the SWAT team to your house, which is extremely dangerous. A really horrible, stupid thing to do because, as we've seen with the FBI, whenever they show up, they kill somebody. Okay?
That's right. That's good, yeah.
And SWAT teams are prepared to do the same thing, and they don't know what they're getting into. And people don't know who's at their door or why, especially when they've done nothing and they're being awakened in the middle of the night. But they send the SWAT team by telling them that there's some kind of hostage situation or whatever happening at a certain place, and then it's real trouble. I've been swatted, had threatening mail sent to my house, and now I've faced a bomb threat because I'm involved in politics. It's insane, and hopefully we can all agree on this. We can. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
The lunatics won't win. We won't let them. Nobody is backing down. I'll continue to push forward along with the millions of other Gen Zers out there. Thank you to everyone who is a supporter.
Wow, that's nice.
All right. Hey, he posted
Pat,
an email he received.
I want to show... Joe, can you throw that picture back up? Because one line that I really like you to see where he says, the person, this person claims to be a progressive, but given their language, I don't buy it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And then...
However, we will hopefully learn more soon. So you say that this person might be a progressive, but their language, I don't buy it?
Hold on. And then he also said the lunatics won't win. Well, I got news for you. They did in 2020.
Yeah.
They're in the White House. So, this lady responded and did some work.
Sarah Fields, Texas GOP delegate. She responded with this tweet. That's funny, Harry. I just called NYU and connected with the school's campus safety dispatch. They told me there are no alerts currently or from the past week and knew nothing of what you're talking about. How great is that?
So good.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll take it a step further and write an open records request. This might be the stupidest lie you've ever told. Any investigative journalist would be able to verify in about 10 minutes that you're full of crap. In fact, you should be penalized for this false claim.
Yeah, and there's been
I love that.
Back and forth between her and Harry, and I mean, it's not looking good for him right now.
Really?
Yeah, so
good.
So we'll see what happens. There may be more to this story.
If it is true, it's despicable. And
Agreed.
Nobody should be threatening his life. You know, call him out for his stupidity, but you don't threaten the guy. You know, we can disagree, but we don't have to be disagreeable.
What about his bicep buddy? We don't threaten him either?
No, not him either.
Okay.
Not him either.
There you go, Chris.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
There it is.
Powerful.
So caught in a lie, it looks like Harry Stisson,
That
Mr.
is
Grassroots.
fantastic.
Squatching
Fantastic.
Duck, Pathead Squatching Duck tweeted out, going back to Mayor Pete there, he did so well as mayor of South Bend that they won a contest for the worst potholes, and Domino's Pizza sent him a $5,000 grant for their trouble.
I love it. And really, what does the mayor of a city do?
What are you supposed to do?
You fix potholes, right? You synchronize the lights.
Okay.
Remember, that was the big debate in Houston for a while. Synchronize the lights on Westheimer.
Bro.
How long did that freaking take?
I ran about 6 lights every morning.
Yeah, because they wouldn't turn green and you couldn't get to work.
And it was like, 2 in the morning. No one was around.
Yep.
I mean, now in a major American city, you're running red lights so that you don't get killed at the red light at 2 in the morning.
Right.
But back then, it was just because I literally, it would make a 4-minute drive a 12-minute drive if I sat at all these lights.
Yeah, Lee P. Brown could not, for whatever reason, synchronize the lights. And then what's his face came along?
Bill White
came along and finally synchronized the lights.
It took him, what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah. Yep.
Now,
and it was synced up.
If you're the mayor in my town, you're throwing up random stop signs, speed bumps. The light is not synced in my town.
And your constituents are in love with you, Mr. Mayor of that town. That shall remain nameless. But you don't want to run up
Pleasant
against
Valley.
Keith's bicep.
Yeah,
you don't want that.
Pleasant Valley,
you
Texas.
don't want none of that.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And welcome. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. James tweets, come on, Pat. Your show is an early morning show. You can't expect a hopeful future president to wake up this early in the morning. Do you know how hard it is to make a 10-minute phone call? Yeah. Referring to Vivek, I guess. We actually, didn't we offer I'd record it?
Yes.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to wake up this early, actually. We've offered to record it. Offered him an hour, half hour, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, minute and a half, whatever you want to do. Just come on.
My pile of questions is getting kind of high over there. It might be more than an hour that we need now.
It might be. It might be. Kev up in Maine tweets, maybe it's Vivek like cakes, offer him a cake. Oh, maybe it's that Vivek likes cakes.
Oh, okay.
So offer him a cake to get him on the air, I guess.
Or
I can
Have
do
you
that.
tried that? Try
I can
that.
do that.
Yeah, we'll give him a cake.
It also rhymes with fake.
Yes, it does. People reminded me of that during the debate last time.
And snake.
Oh yeah,
wow.
come on.
Yeah. Pat's used to F-35 sales. Maybe Vivek doesn't know what ASAP means, and he thinks Pat's calling him a sap. Oh, a sap. Get it?
Wait, no,
He's
get
calling
it.
me a sap.
Yeah, he'll call you a
A
sap.
sap.
Oh, wow.
Bro, what is some
Right.
personal thing going on between you and
I
the booker
guess.
for
What's the deal?
the fake?
Brown versus brown.
Wait, is he brown? Wait, okay. Oh, okay.
Vivek is brown.
Got it. I
Yes.
was thinking of the guy you're emailing with. I don't know who that is. Sorry.
From Captain Shame, government salaries do not include side hustle cash and gold bars. Right. I guess we have an update, too, on Senator Bob Menendez coming up, which is kind of fun. He made some statements yesterday.
He's good.
He's really good.
It was so fun. I can't wait till we visit some of this. But he gave his entire press conference and laid out why he's innocent.
Oh.
And then he did the whole thing in Spanish.
Oh, that's good.
And
that's good.
The news outlet that I was watching at the time did not know how to handle that.
Oh, really?
Okay, should we... they're going to think we're haters if we cut away. We got to leave it up.
No, people... That's why we just need to declare English is the language here. Okay? Is it really that big a mystery? If you do that, then people can be arrested for speaking Spanish. No, they can't. No, they can't. If you do that, then you're discriminating. No, we're not. No, we're not. So just calm down, okay? You still have... Should people not learn it when they come here and live here permanently? Like, what was the show I was watching? I don't know. There was something on, and it was about some immigrants that had been here from, I think, Cuba. And the parents still spoke only Spanish.
Okay.
No English. They'd been here for 37 years. After 37 years, you should pick up something, shouldn't you? I mean, you're trying not to at that point. You have to try not to. I mean, go live in Mexico and see if you could live in Mexico for 37 years and not learn Spanish.
Chris, how long have you been in America?
Since the age of 12.
Since 12?
Yes.
Okay, so...
But I can relate to that. My grandma's been here half of her second life, and she does not know any English.
That's
and she's
unreal.
She's worked actually in Florida.
That's not
and
good.
And you talk to her in English, she's like, no comprendo.
You got to be kidding me.
Wait, we're
she just refuses to learn English?
She refuses to learn. Refuses.
Does she know the language here? Or has she noticed that many people, most, speak English?
She just smiles and nods her head.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it's just because she was, raised just speaking Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's your...
But I mean, it's good for the immigrant to learn English. If you don't, then you're consigned to a certain kind of life.
Live in the shadows and whatnot.
Yep. You're not gonna be successful. You're not gonna make a lot of money. There's just no way. You can't.
Okay, but the trade-offs are if you're living in the shadows and you don't speak the language, then no one's bothering you.
Yeah, it could be.
You're not paying taxes mostly.
Yeah, it's possible. Did your grandma pay taxes?
Yes.
She's here legally.
Don't have to answer that.
Okay. She was born in Puerto Rico.
Is that even a part of America, though? I mean, do we know that for a fact?
She a big soccer fan?
Was that in overtime? Y'all had that conversation?
I don't know.
It was during the normal show.
Oh, okay.
It was. Yeah.
So what's your excuse? Your grandma was born just speaking Spanish, and that's why she can't handle English.
Yeah.
What's your
Well, what do you mean? What's my excuse? Am I not speaking English right now?
I mean, it's debatable. A case could be made.
He's mocking your accent.
Which, by the way,
think that's despicable.
He has a list over there of all the words that I misuse, and he keeps bringing them up.
Oh, really?
Yes, he does.
I have a list?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Where the hell's this
I want to see the list.
I do
if
too.
You do.
Did you come up with it?
No, I didn't come up with it.
I swear I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm really looking forward to it now. So flex for us and don't forget to make that list so we know what words to trip you up with. I'm not familiar.
Did you see the numbers Real Clear Politics posted about Democrats and free speech? This is pretty incredible.
It's terrifying.
It's how many people think that we're too free with our free speech. This is 1/3 of Democrats think Americans have too much freedom of speech.
Right. 34%.
1/3.
Wow.
47% of Dems say free speech should be legal only under certain circumstances.
What in the world?
47%.
Look at that 75% number. That's terrifying. Democrats, 75% of Democrats say government has a responsibility to censor, quote, hateful social media posts.
Oh, my gosh.
Where are you from?
Wow.
And only 31% of Democrats agree with the statement, quote, I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Only 31% of Democrats agree with that statement.
That is incredible. Somebody's fascist in this country, but it's not Republicans. It's not Republicans. 76.7% of all respondents said freedom of speech should be allowed without government interference or letting the government decide what types of hateful or inaccurate speech should be banned. That's pretty good considering what we've been going through the last 20 years. 76.7% still. Okay. That shows that there's an understanding of the First Amendment to a certain extent. When asked whether they agree with the statement, I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend it to the death, 51% of Republicans said they would. Only 51% of Republicans. And as Keith mentioned, 31% of Democrats said they strongly agreed. Jeez. But the poll overall, 34% of Democrats believe Americans have too much freedom to speak freely. Just 14.6% of Republicans. 14.6, 34% of Democrats. 22% of Democrats stated that Americans have too little freedom compared to 46% of Republicans. Independent voters were split right down the middle for both questions. We've got some problems here.
Yeah, we do.
Of understanding freedom and our way of life. Jeez. And there's a really big problem within the Democrat Party. Because weren't they the ones that were supposedly all about free speech before? You know, the liberals were supposedly the ones who we want to be inclusive. We want to be tolerant of everybody's speech, blah, blah, blah. We want to be tolerant of this, tolerant of that. You've noticed, though, the tolerant thing is not even mentioned anymore because they don't have any intention of being tolerant of anybody on the right. Or your opinion if it differs from theirs. They're not going to tolerate it. So that's completely out of the window for them. Out the window. Not out of the window, but out the window. It's weird when you screw up old-timey sayings like that.
I mean...
Speaking of windows, though.
That's fine.
We've got an image of a stained glass window here.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. National Cathedral.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at this garbage. That's at a church.
This is at a church.
So this is the National Cathedral. They got rid of Confederate imagery.
Okay. And instead put this.
Social justice time. Yeah.
No foul play.
No foul play, man. Come on.
Okay. No foul play.
I mean, this is this is your America 2023. I thought that Citizen Free Press did a good job reminding us yesterday with this post of the stained glass. In 1984, Orwell wrote, quote, every statue and street and building has been renamed.
Oh, yeah, right.
Got it. So your national...
I got to read that again because that is a chilling book right now.
National Cathedral is now got social justice stained glass.
That's great.
We are... this is hell on earth now.
Ugh.
Gross.
Also yesterday, Senator Bob Menendez... as we mentioned moments ago, said he was going to fight the bribery charges against him. He defended all of the cash he stashed away. Mm-hmm. Here's his defense. It's going to ring true to you. You're going to go, yeah, leave this guy alone. Okay. Listen to this.
Third, for 30 years, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies and because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba.
Oh,
now, this may seem old-fashioned.
Yeah.
But these were monies drawn from my personal savings account based on the income that I have lawfully derived over those 30 years. I look forward to addressing other issues at trial.
And kept in my coat pocket?
And the gold bullion?
That's what I want to know. He was asked as he walked away. He never brought up the gold bars. And as he's walking away from the podium, some female reporter kept shouting, And the gold bars, sir? Sir, the gold bars?
That's so great.
Were you withdrawing those from the bank? How about the car and the mortgage and all this stuff the feds were talking about?
Right.
I tell you.
Yeah, don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about that. Plus, he's not from Cuba. He was born in America. Right? Wasn't he born in Jersey or something? I think he was. I think he's
might as well be.
I think he's from here. I mean, he might have his parents. I think came from Cuba.
That's what he was saying. Yeah,
but he's not.
Where was
so, what do you mean? There was no confiscation policy in America where you were born and you've lived your whole life.
I mean, well, not yet.
Not yet. Well,
and he wasn't born.
And that's not entirely true either. With the
I was gonna say he wasn't born during FDR.
Yeah. Jeez.
Let's see here. I don't know. Was he? I don't think he was.
Yeah, during FDR, that's right. They just take your gold from you. Sorry, you can't have it.
Yeah, he was born in New York.
New York. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was New York or New Jersey, one of those.
And that is
to Cuban immigrants.
Okay,
who left Cuba.
But confirm that New York and New Jersey are still technically
still in
part
America.
of America. Is that right?
Sort of.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll look into that
yeah,
too.
Please.
We'll check on that. Let's check in with that libertarian guy.
Oh, nice.
Running for president of Argentina, Javier Milei. He appeared on a show down there recently and got some new supporters.
Okay, good.
And then promptly recorded a message.
Hola, soy Javier Milei, el libertario. Y este es un saludo para todos los que nos siguieron hoy en el programa de Viviana y para todos aquellos que me acompañan en dar la lucha contra los colectivistas hijos de recontra remil puta que nos quieren cagar la vida. Así que les mando un abrazo grande como corresponde.
It's going a little too fast for me.
Okay, Joe, rewind it. So the phrase that gets, go to the blurred box.
Yeah.
Because the word effing is what's blurred out.
Oh, okay.
And he's saying, hey, welcome to my new supporters.
So it's against the collectivist sons of 1,000 effing biggest bitches.
I want this man.
This is what this guy
as my president
is saying on national television.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And he had more who want to screw up our lives. So I send you a big hug. And as it should be.
Okay, so now just let it play because we got to hear this.
Long live freedom, damn it!
Freedom, damn it!
Wow.
That is awesome. Okay, you know what? I need a shirt that says "Long live freedom, damn it." That's yes.
That's awesome.
I want this guy.
It is good.
Not only as president of Argentina, but come on up here and the more the merrier in 2024, bro. I'm gonna memorize that.
Wow.
And you're gonna teach me, Chris, because you're good with like Spanish and stuff, right?
Yes.
And stuff. So could you say "Long live freedom, damn it" in Spanish right now?
Let's do it. Come on.
Do it. Go ahead.
Hit me.
Hit us.
You got a translator in
Go
there?
ahead.
What's going on? What's the problem?
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Hit your bicep for us.
He lied. Okay.
Buys you a little bit of time. Hold on, put that.
I can't just perform until then.
Oh yeah, hold on. Hold on. Play that again, Joe. Hold on. I gotta listen to this. Hang on.
One more time.
Sure. Okay, that's Cornholio from Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. All right. Let me tell you about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm. You can get rid of any kind of nasty odor in your house with the Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifiers. Right. And they don't have any air filters that you have to change or mess with or buy. It's just so great. You pull up the plug, you plug it in, and you turn it on. And it's done. And then it starts sending out the O3 molecules that destroy all the odors, like cigarette smoke, litter box odor, any of that stuff, gone.
I like that device there. That's pretty cool.
Love it.
But what about the filters that you have to keep changing out?
There's no filters. There's no filters.
Oh, no?
Yeah, no filters. And inside, or you don't have to go buy them. You don't have to replace them.
So nothing to have to remember.
No.
You don't have like a little sticker on the side that says replace filter on this month or whatever.
No maintenance, none of that. So it also starts working in just seconds. Plus, you're going to love this because it's on sale right now. You can save $200 on 3 thunderstorms for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code PAT. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code PAT, and shipping is free.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Missed an episode? Catch up anytime, anywhere podcasts are found. Pat Gray will be right back.
Hey, by the way, at Kexi.com, we're doing a flash sale. Today. Today only, I believe. Today's the last day. 10% off. 10% off ends today. It's also the last week you can get the caramel apple pie cookie.
Whoa.
But I think you can still get the pumpkin spice and the s'mores after this week. But last week for the caramel apple pie, Kexi.com, Kexi.com. Got some tweets here. Mandalorian Patriot tweets, maybe Vivek like cake is fake and on the take.
Maybe.
Paco D, don't worry, Pat. I'm not voting for Viv Cake. Squatching Duck, this poll's result about free speech is directly caused by kids not being taught that their feelings don't matter. Right. At least they're not the most important thing. Right. You know? There's other things in life, and you're not always a victim. And you need to just get over some things. Okay? Like pronouns. Get over it. Move on. The young generation that loves playing the victim. That's what we're experiencing right now. They're not used to any pushback. They love to dish it out, but they can't take it. And for the most part, social media has pretty much coddled them. Check out this video somebody sent of a young person discussing the cancel culture.
Oh.
We have the freedom to say what you want, but everyone else has the freedom to respond and cancel you if you say something that is racist, homophobic, transphobic, etc. Cancel culture is definitely good in the means of deplatforming people who are spreading very hateful messages.
You brought up canceling him off Twitter. I'm sorry, I disagree. When the Taliban can use our social media, but an ex-president can't, there is something wrong with that.
Did the Taliban violate community guidelines?
Help us, Lord.
Did the Taliban follow community guidelines?
Did they violate community guidelines, Pat? Did they?
Yeah, I think they did when they cut people's heads off.
Oh.
That seems to me to be violating community guidelines. But maybe that's just me.
9/11, harboring terrorists from...
I'm pickier about that, really,
that seems
than
like
saying something mean on Twitter.
Of community guidelines.
All these kids, jeez.
We're screwed.
Man.
America, we're so screwed.
Meanwhile, over at the UN, they're not used to pushback either, really. And the lady that heads up that department at the UN recently discussed the challenges the left is facing on Twitter since Elon Musk purchased the platform.
And, of course, firings at Twitter have left us with no one to call to flag content that is abusive or even incitement to violence.
Good.
We're now seeing that almost anyone can promote disinformation for the price of a blue tick. So we've still,
like you, for
it's
instance,
not all bad. We have teamed up with the platforms to elevate reliable information around COVID and climate, to amplify trusted messengers, and
That's
we have
unreal.
quite an army of them out there who want to take UN content and
so
promote it.
all government propaganda is going to be safe because we're going to elevate their content on social media.
You got it.
All their propaganda on climate change is just going to be soaked up by the community. That's great. Thank you for that. Climate change, what was the other thing she mentioned?
COVID.
COVID. Oh, my God. Yeah. Because, everything they've said about COVID has been accurate, right? Right?
All of it.
Well, except for none of it has been accurate. All but, no, none of it has been accurate. Jeez.
Seriously, they've changed their policy on everything.
On everything.
Yeah, everything.
On literally everything. They lied from the beginning on all of it.
Hold on. Did Fauci go back on masks again? Did he say masks don't work now or something?
He did. Right? Did we play that last week? I think we did. Yeah. Yes, he did.
Okay. I can't.
Yes, he did. So he started, the masks don't work.
Yeah.
He changed to, you got to wear a mask. It's the safest thing to protect everybody. And then now he's back to, masks don't work. But that's the stuff they're going to elevate because they've decided that's not disinformation or misinformation.
Yeah. Yeah. As High Plains Stranger points out on Twitter, in their minds, all speech that Democrats disagree with is dangerous. That's why they want censorship.
Right. Oh,
Bingo.
absolutely.
Bingo. Yep.
Absolutely. And in fact, I mean, Hillary Clinton's even bringing up Russian interference possibilities again.
Oh, God. Get out.
I thought that was illegal now, to mess around or discuss the election in a negative way. I thought you couldn't do that, and you'd be brought up on charges for that.
It just depends on what year you're talking about.
Okay. All right. So if I'm talking about the upcoming one,
right,
where Biden is in real trouble,
yeah,
and I'm saying that Trump could get help from the Russians, that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Let's try. You want to try 2016?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2016.
Yeah. 2016 was okay because that was a bad year, right?
For Democrats.
For Democrats.
Absolutely. So yes. Now you see how this works. 2020.
So Russians. The Russians in 2016 and maybe in 2024.
Okay.
If we lose, that's obviously Russians.
Now 2020.
Russians.
There was a lot of questions about some vote tallies. In fact. I just saw a report that, gosh, I don't know where it is now, but that there's some unusual spikes, and we all know about this, right? But now it's coming out that. So I'm questioning the 2020 results. That's cool. To question the
No.
You just said that I could.
Now you're committing treason. We're going to have to burn you at the stake, which is the new penalty for treason.
Honestly, at this point,
yeah, why not?
I'm good with it.
Whatever.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, I got to tell you about Jace Medical because we've already experienced supply chain problems with our drugs, with our prescription drugs. Antibiotics and other kinds of things. I just couldn't get my Monjaro for 2 weeks last month. So it can happen. It is happening. It could be a lot worse, and that's why you want to be prepared. The Jace case from Jace Medical. It's a great way to keep yourself prepared for the worst. It's a pack of 5 different courses of antibiotics you can treat a long line of bacterial illnesses with. You know, if you're on the road somewhere, there's not even a shortage, but you're on the road and you don't have your doctor with you, obviously, in the same city, and it's tough to switch pharmacies and all that when you're out of town. Having these antibiotics could really help you get over skin infection, sinusitis, you name it. UTI, for instance. Go to jacemedical.com, enter the promo code PAT at checkout. That's Jace Medical, J-A-S-E Medical, and use the promo code PAT. jacemedical.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So Ron DeSantis running for president. He's going to debate someone with Sean Hannity as the moderator. And it's somebody who's not running for president. It's Gavin Newsom. Actually, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. They already firmed this up, said they were going to do it. But now it's getting close. It's going to air on Fox on the Hannity program at 9 Eastern, Thursday, November 30th.
Huh.
Interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting. I'd like to point out that the first filing deadline pops up for president filing deadline on October 16th.
Yeah, I thought it was the middle of October. So they better do something about this Biden situation if that's what they intend to do, to get Gavin Newsom in there. Otherwise, he's not going to be on some ballots.
Oh, come on. Democrats will change the rules.
That's true. That is very true.
They'll make a plan and they'll figure it out.
I was just reading where some Democrat, I don't know, suggested an open contested convention for him next summer. Just have an open contested convention and have Biden drop out right before it, cite health reasons, and then, have it play out like it did in the old days. But I don't think they'll do that.
That's how you got Calvin Coolidge as the vice president for Warren Harding. It was the first time maybe the only time, that like the really smoky backroom deal didn't happen, and the people got their way.
Wow.
Good job.
Coolidge Dawes, 24.
Good job, people.
That was my mantra back then. Coolidge Dawes. Remember yelling that at the convention.
Was it really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, kudos to you for doing the right thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Also interesting is this clip from Newsom in a recent interview. Check this out.
That voters are so fed up with what they see on the streets of their cities that as a politician, you've got to clean up those streets?
Yeah, well, that's generally the case, but that's not the inspiration for Care Court.
But is there a political factor in this for you?
As an electoral strategy, I'm termed out. That's not the issue. The politics here is compassion. The politics is purpose.
You may be termed out here, but does cleaning up the streets of California factor into a potential presidential run?
I'm never going to overpromise that in the short run. I mean, we are struggling in this state.
You're not answering my question.
Housing and homelessness.
People suggest that cleaning up California streets could be part of a larger political strategy for you.
I think that's table stakes. I think that's just the foundational responsibility of anyone that gets into my position. That's the day job. It's not about some grand ambition.
Should have been doing that all along, though.
No?
That was a never-ending.
Never-ending what?
I don't know. Never-ending.
Never-ending story? A never-ending story.
Soundbite?
Okay.
I know that's clearly ended.
Jeez.
Well, so he would not answer that. He wouldn't take a stand now because he was very clear a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
right?
very clear that he was not going to run. No, I'm very happy with Joe Biden. He's fantastic. And he's got my full support. I'll be right there for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Really? Huh. Now you won't definitely deny that you're going to run for president? That's interesting.
And I thought it was odd that, he vetoed that gender bill in California.
Right.
That would have allowed...
That was a national move.
...state authorities to come and take children away from parents if the parents refuse to affirm their gender identity.
Because everybody knew he was going to sign that. Right. I mean, that's like his thing. And then all of a sudden, he didn't sign it. He vetoed it.
Didn't he say recently he would have done COVID differently? I mean, who wouldn't say that? But
yeah.
What, you mean you wouldn't go to restaurants when you told everyone else to stay at home?
Right.
Is that what you would do differently?
Well, he doesn't need to. He's the governor. The elite. He didn't mean that for the elite in the state. I mean, he meant that for the little people.
Yeah.
Well,
that's table stakes. What the hell?
I've never heard that term before. That's table stakes?
Gambling thing, poker or something.
Table stakes. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. That makes sense.
Watch table stakes.
I was thinking like steaks, because whenever you say steaks, I'm listening.
Hold on a second.
Uh-huh.
Now, you might be onto something. And in fact, if he's offering table stakes, S-T-E-A-K-S.
I'm in on the
I might have
Newsom
to cross
campaign.
over.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Depends on how many steaks. How often do we get them for dinner?
And are they cooked perfectly?
Yeah. Are they medium rare? Because I don't want them well done. That cooks all the flavor right out of them. Nope. You're a well done guy?
I'm a medium well.
Medium well.
Yeah.
Medium well.
Medium well.
Man, no. No, honey, no.
I love this.
Don't do that.
I love this.
Don't do that.
We have ADD just like
so
bleeding out of this room.
I know. Meanwhile, Asa Hutchinson did not qualify for tomorrow night's debate.
Oh,
dang it.
Elizabeth, it's the big one.
Right.
I can't believe that Asa Hutchinson's not going to be on the stage tomorrow night.
Why even bother now?
What are we going to do,
If Asa's not part of it, why even bother?
So do we have to monitor it now? Because it seems like...
You don't, because Asa won't be there.
Perfect.
So it doesn't matter. Donald Trump did qualify, but he, of course, said no again. He'll be at a rally for auto workers in Michigan. Yesterday, he was speaking in South Carolina. Watch how quickly Fox News cut away when he started mocking the debates on Fox and praising Tucker Carlson. This is fun.
They ought to stop wasting their time. You know, they're wasting a lot of time with these ridiculous debates that nobody's watching. Their last debate was the lowest rated debate in history. That's a good compliment, isn't it? Now, what was I doing, Marjorie? I was someplace else, wasn't I, huh? I was doing another interview. Uh-oh. We had 271 million people listening to the Tucker Carlson interview. That's an all-time high.
Wait. What do you mean? What? That's where you cut it off? No, okay.
They didn't show the...
Where's the whole thing? I wanted the whole thing.
That was the whole point, was to show how they cut away from it.
Anyway, so, the anchor quickly jumps on, and she's like, okay, we're going to cut away from the Trump speech there in Summerville, South Carolina, and let's check in with...
Wow.
Can we do weather or something? Anything going on here?
Wow.
Okay. And by the way,
awkward.
271 million people did not watch that interview.
Thank you for saying that.
271 million scrolled by it and
thank you.
Made an impression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Right.
I don't know how many people actually watched it.
A lot.
Oh, a lot. Oh, a hell of a lot. Yeah.
A lot did, but it wasn't
included.
271 million. I mean, that's like 3/4 of the country. 3/4 of the country did not watch that interview. I guarantee you that. But, that's still a lot.
I bet more people actually watched that interview than Joe Biden got votes for president.
Yes, I'm guessing that's probably true. But here are the candidates who did make the debate stage for tomorrow night.
Okay.
Obviously, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum wouldn't be the same without him. You gotta have him. You gotta have Burgumentum going for you.
Wow, that actually is Burgumentum, isn't it?
I don't understand why he's still on the stage. They've got to limit this. Chris Christie made the debate. Ron DeSantis, of course. Mm-hmm. Nikki Haley. Mike Pence. Vivek Ramaswamy. And Tim Scott. Those are the 7 candidates who will be up on stage. Again, they should only do 4 tops. 4 at the most. 7 is still too many. It's way too many. Stop with this. And, of course, Trump's not going to be part of it again. Now, when it's not on Fox News next time, it'll be interesting to see if he'll be part of it. He's just pissed at Fox.
Yeah, this is Fox Business for this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, the same family there. And, it would be interesting to see.
It would. It'll be interesting to see if he ever joins us. There's really no reason for him to, probably, except for the fact that, I'd like to be informed on where he stands on things. And I'd really like to have him clear up some things that he has said recently that I'm not excited about. But will he do that? I don't know. He's 43 points ahead.
And don't make that case, Trump supporter, that we know who he is. The issues are different now than they were 4 and 8 years ago.
Yes, the issues are different, and he's got a different stand on them.
And stop using that as cover and using the line that, when there's too many people on stage, okay, they'll turn it against him. Oh my gosh, dude wants to be president of the United States. We should listen to what he has to say.
Yeah, if he can't handle that, then he shouldn't be president. He can handle it. He's a big boy. He can handle it.
Yeah.
So let him get up there with the rest of them.
And I'm sorry that your thumbs are already tired typing a response on Twitter to us for daring to even question a decision the man has made. Third Republican presidential debate, by the way, is going to happen in Miami on November 8th with the strictest qualifications yet. I don't know what those are.
Oh, good.
Oh, you must secure 4% of the vote.
Good.
And multiple polls.
Good.
You must have 70,000 unique donors to earn a spot on the stage.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm seeing here.
And you got to have some kind of chance to win the presidency. How about we add that?
Hold on. Let me see what network this is going to be. Because to win the presidency. Tim Scott.
Bye-bye.
Chris Christie.
Bye-bye.
Doug Burgum.
Bye-bye.
Mike Pence.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay.
Yes, you need Trump, you need Vivek, and you need Ron DeSantis. Period. The end. You're done. As far as I'm concerned.
No, Nikki?
Others will say Nikki Haley. I
was going to say Nikki.
That's who the party wants.
Yeah, the party wants Nikki.
I know they do.
So they'll make a way. They will.
Because she's an establishment Republican. Because she's the rhino in the group, and they got to have the rhino. That's who they want to win.
Sorry, Mike Pence.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we already have one.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find what network. Do we know what network? Because that might be what.
I don't know what network.
Network.
I don't. But November 8th.
Third GOP debate. Let's see. I don't know. I can't find out on the fly here.
No, I'll look for it and I'll tell you about the liver formula. GetLiverHelp.com. Your liver is more important now than ever. You know that when you have fatty liver, you're 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without. The American Liver Foundation says that 100 million Americans have fatty liver, which means a lot of people are at risk because we throw so many things at our liver, like cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, statins, cigarettes. That's why so many of us have a sluggish, fatty liver that makes us gain weight, lose energy. And for decades, your liver has helped you with over 500 key functions every day. 500. So it's time to help your liver. There is a solution. It's Liver Health Formula. It's an all-natural supplement, contains 12 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. Manufactured right here in the U.S., it's approved by American doctors. You can try Liver Health Formula and get a free bottle of nano-powered omega-3 to help your heart stay healthy. Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Pat. That's getliverhelp.com/Pat and claim your free bonus kit.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
Did you see the report from Baltimore yesterday? In Democrat-run Baltimore, 0 students tested proficient in math at 13 of the city's public high schools. 13 public high schools, no students were proficient in math.
Oh, I'd fit in there.
Wow. Just 92 out of 809 students at the city's top 5 public high schools tested proficient in math.
Wait, how many?
92 out of 809.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a very good percentage. That's a little over 10%.
I mean, I'm not good enough at math to figure that out. I'm sorry.
Something like that.
8.7%.
8.7?
Wow.
Is it?
What did you say?
No, it's 92 out of 809.
Yeah. Right.
10% would be 80.
I told you I'm not good at math. We've already covered this.
By the way, I bet you if you ask them what the pronouns is, they'll get 100 or 100.
Yes.
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 Well, that's how they.
And ask them about social justice. They'll be able to tell you all about it.
They just learn it for the test, so.
Right. Oh, sure.
11.3%.
11.3. Okay.
Sorry, I inverted the numbers. I told you. I told you
You're
I would
not
fit.
good at math.
Did I not say I would fit in there?
You did.
And can I just say, the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about education for a second. We should have led the way on vouchers and let you go to whatever school you want or give you money to pay for homeschool, because we pay through the nose for property tax and then we pay through the nose for homeschooling costs and stuff like that.
Yes.
And if any state, this state's been talking about it for at least since we got here, because I remember they were talking about doing exactly what Arizona did under Ducey before Katie Hobbs stole the governorship. And so, and Texas has been talking about doing this and doing nothing for it. And now there's this report that this Republican representative, Travis Clardy, I know nothing about this guy. I just know this story that, this Libs of TikTok did this story on him, saying that he voted against school choice, is funded by teachers unions, and sends his kids to private school. So it's cool for him. And that's your typical Texas Republican legislator.
So typical. Jeez.
Madness, man. Frustrating as hell.
Why do we put up with that in Texas? It's just so weird. We don't need to. But that's the case. And we've got this crappy Speaker of the House who was drunk out of his mind conducting a House business a few months ago.
Time and a place.
And then, we had an attorney general who dared mention it. And, of course, so he got, almost impeached. So, yeah, it's going really well. Yeah, it's going really well.
For the record, I'm a homeschool parent, but my wife teaches the math. Just want to throw that out there.
Yes. That's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Just want to make that clear.
And if you homeschool, there's all kinds of programs to help you teach math, even if you're not proficient at it. And that's the same with all subjects, by the way. Science, math, English. You can do everything.
So many resources.
Now. So many.
It's the good side of the internet.
Yeah. I mean, in 1990, there was nothing to help homeschooling. We were like, we were like pioneers or something.
Yeah. Weren't you living in Baltimore?
Yeah.
How ironic.
Yes, we were in Baltimore when we started homeschooling. And can you imagine now? Oh, my gosh. Jeez, when zero students are passing tests.
That's
in
child
math,
abuse to
that's
send
bad.
your kid to a public school these days, especially in Baltimore.
Oh, man, really bad. In San Francisco, another utopia for the Democrats. The residents in San Francisco are really upset with the way their city is being portrayed right now. How dare you think that there's poop all over the streets, even though there is? How dare you think there's homeless encampments everywhere, even though there are? Yeah, there's a mess in San Francisco. I mean, the Nordstrom store that once anchored the retail core of the city closed up shop because of homelessness, because of crime. I mean, how many stores in downtown San Francisco? It's something like 30 now. Major stores that have closed up shop because of crime and drugs and homelessness outside their business.
I can't wait to see Gavin Newsom address this during the 2024 debates.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But this guy who moved to New York City from San Francisco is all, I guess he's offended by New Yorkers saying, hey, congratulations for getting out of San Francisco. And he's taking some offense to that.
Look, I mean, wait a minute. That's like a battle at the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
right,
well, I'm not in last place. You're in last place.
But he said, it's like going to New York and spending your entire time in Times Square, and your takeaway is every New Yorker is dressed like Cookie Monster. What? He tells his neighbors that San Francisco as a whole remains stunning and its amenities world class. Oh, okay. So that smell that you're getting in your nostrils, that's just what is that exactly? That and the drugs and the needles on the streets and the homeless encampments everywhere. What is that? Jeez. I mean, life in San Francisco and Los Angeles has degraded to the point where, other people are noticing. We were there in 2014 when the Super Bowl was there, and we stayed in a really nice area. In fact, it was Nicolas Cage's house at one point, and he sold it and became one of those Airbnbs, and that's where we stayed while we were there. And so it was a $15 million home in this really nice neighborhood. There's poop all over the streets in that neighborhood.
9 years ago.
Yeah. So you can imagine, has it gotten better, worse, or about the same since? It's gotten worse and a lot worse.
Can we address something that's going on with the weather here? We've got Tropical Storm Felipe, right? Felipe, I don't know. Remains disorganized, but Invest 91L is hot on its heels in the Atlantic. That's the name of the storm, Pat. Invest 91L.
What?
I can't make this up.
How do you go from Philippe to Invest, which starts, if I'm not mistaken, with an I?
I don't know.
So you're at P, and you're going to jump back to I?
Look, here's the headline. Tropical storm Felipe, or whatever it is, remains disorganized, but Invest 91L is hot on its heels in the Atlantic. What? The name of the storm is Invest 91L?
That's really weird.
I don't like this
that's
reality
weird.
That we're in. This is a strange land.
Strange.
Oh, did you see that Travis Kelce jerseys surged 400%?
Of course, because he's dating Taylor Swift. She was at the game on Sunday. Yeah, so that was really cool.
How many notifications did you, Chris? Maybe you're a bad example. I don't know, Chris. How many notifications did you get about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on Sunday?
7.
7. Wow, that's a low number.
How many did you get?
Oh my gosh, I stopped counting.
Really?
I stopped counting, and it was all over Twitter, and of course the Red Zone channel had a constant.
Threads was all over it.
Yeah, well, Threads. We're on Threads.
Wait a minute.
So that's huge right now.
That may have been what kept them in business through the weekend, is that there was news reports about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
I mean, is it really a serious thing, or have they dated like once or twice, and then it's going to end?
Oh, yeah, last night, or Sunday night after the game?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift paid for
out.
everybody's meal at a restaurant.
Oh,
Kicked them all out.
To have it all to herself with Travis.
Yep.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, she kicked them all out.
Wow.
And she left the game in a corn suit.
And in 2 months, we'll be hearing a song on the radio about what a jerk he is.
Yeah.
How he dissed her, and he's a douchebag.
I just can't wait for when you see the track titled 87.
Yeah. Right.
You'll know.
Right.
You'll know.
I wonder who that's about. The rumor is it's about Travis Kelce. Yeah, that's the rumor. Yeah. All right, we've got overtime on the way, and then we'll see you back here for middle of the week, and Jeffy will join us to chew the fat tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.